You're welcome back. The United Nations released $50 million from an emergency response fund to help six severely underfunded and neglected aid operations, including in Yemen, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Chad. The United Nations Central Emergency Response Fund said the money will assist 2 million people, which includes refugees and the internally displaced persons. Most of the funding will go to humanitarian crisis in Central Africa caused by conflict and political instability, with operations in the Central African Republic getting $9 million, those in Chad about $10 million, and Congo-based partners $11 million respectively. Those in Rwanda will receive $5 million due to their hosting of refugees from neighboring Burundi and Congo. The United Nations Fund said $13 million will go to relief operations in Yemen, where an estimated 21.2 million people need assistance, while humanitarian partners in Eritrea will get $2 million to respond to needs caused by poor rainfall. And now about 82,000 people and tens of thousands of homes are at risk in San Bernardino County of East Los Angeles has forced the evacuation due to wild-moving fire. The blaze broke out on Tuesday in the mountain pass and has already engulfed about 15,000 hectares of land. The blue cord fire spread with great speed in the parched canyons around San Bernardino. At least a dozen buildings have already been engulfed. Another fire that broke out on Saturday in Clayton, Northern California, has destroyed 175 homes. The blaze forced the closure of a stretch of Interstate 15, the main road between Las Vegas and Los Angeles area. Some 700 firefighters are battling to control the blaze in the Cajun Pass. The cause of the fire still remains unknown. The third fire, the chimney, has affected 6,900 acres since Saturday, has destroyed about 40 buildings in Central California. California Governor Jerry Brown has declared a state of emergency in San Bernardino County to bring in federal assistance. And now U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump from the Republicans said initial evidence suggests the shooting of an African-American Sylvia Smith, 23, on Saturday by police in Milwaukee was justified. A string of fatal police shootings have sparked demonstrations across the U.S. as protesters said the police are too ready to use lethal force against African Americans. Mr. Smith, who fled after being stopped by the police, was shot because he was carrying an illegal handgun and had refused to drop it. Mr. Trump, who met Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark on Tuesday, has been vocal in his support for the police throughout his campaign. He trails Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton in the polls ahead of November's presidential election after a series of controversial remarks. At the Milwaukee campaign rally later on Tuesday, Mr. Trump said African American communities were hurt the most by violence in their neighborhoods. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker has put the state's National Guard on standby, but it has not been used. We'll now join Mino Rishamone for some sports updates. Do stay with us.